Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is Miss V with Pick a Card Readings. I hope everyone is doing amazing. I'm sorry for the lack of videos, but I've been doing a lot of readings and also been taking care of some things in my personal life. So I decided to try to get a few videos out today. So everybody will know that I'm not completely gone, okay? So again, I hope everyone is doing amazing. I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you click the bell so that way you can receive notifications of when a pick a card reading do post, okay? If you're ever interested in a more personal reading with me, you can always go to my website at www.spiritualvibrations.org. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me via my email at spiritualvibrations2018@gmail.com. So with that being said, we're going to get started. Today I'm going to pick a card reading on what do you need to release, okay, and advice. So again, these are general messages. They may and may not apply to everyone. Please take the messages that does and leave what does not. If you feel as if you're in a space or area in your life where everything is going great, that this may not be the video for you. But I do feel that this video will be therapeutic to everyone because we are going through significant change and transformations right now. So I'm pretty sure that this will be beneficial to everyone, okay? But if you want a more personalized reading on what you may need to release, you can book a surrender reading with me on my website. Okay, so we have three selections here. I've already premeditated on the cards, and Spirit has provided the insight they feel that you need to know. We have cards 1, cards 2, and cards 3. Take your excuse me. Take your time. Tune into the card that you're drawn to. You can pick more than one if you feel drawn to more than one. The timestamps will be down below, so if you do not want to listen to the intro, you can go directly to the video. So again, the title of this is What Do I Need to Release and Advice. Cards 1, cards 2, and cards 3. With that being said, let's get started with this reading. I'm going to take these cards here and put over here to the side. All right, so for those that selected card 1, what is it that you need to release? Well, let's see the cards that came up for you today. The first card that fell out is Surrender to Silence. The next card that came out is the Mind, Openness, Flexibility, Imagination, and Learning. The next message that fell out is Do Less. The next message that fell out is Intuition. And the last and final message is Answered Prayers. All right, so for those that selected one, just give me a few moments to take a look at this energy here, as I have not really looked at the cards via my meditation. And again, the question is, what do I need to release? Okay. For those that selected one, you may have found yourself overthinking a lot of things lately. Maybe you've been worried about something. Maybe you have been like physically on the move in a way, like constantly on the go. But I feel like this has a lot to do with mind, with the thoughts. Okay, so again, I do feel like you could be in a place of overthinking, overanalyzing things. Your mind is constantly on the go, trying to figure out the next move, trying to make a decision about something. And so Spirit is wanting you to kind of release whatever is causing anxiety. That's what I just heard. So for some, this would not apply to all. I do feel like some is dealing with a sense of anxiety at this time, and that could be because maybe you are looking at things from a negative perspective, or maybe you are trying to control a desired outcome or something. But however it may be, you're being asked to kind of quiet your mind a little bit at this time, okay? Meditation is encouraged for those who are dealing with anxiety or who have felt a sense of stress taking place in areas of their life at this time. This is a time to kind of be still, be in silence, so you can kind of clear your thoughts in your mind. When we meditate, meditation, sometimes people feel that it's just for spiritual connection. But the purpose of meditation is to help you relax, help you to release stress, help you to Release any worries that you may have. It's kind of like one of the woosah moments, okay? So you are kind of being asked to take time out to get in a place of quiet or get into a place of meditation so you can let go of certain things that no longer serve you. Um, Now that's pertaining to the mental aspect of it, because we do have the mind, and I do feel that for those who have been in this place of being stressed or anxiety or overthinking and overanalyzing, you may have blocked your third eye a little bit. Okay, there could be some ego interference, and so this is a time right now where meditating or just taking a step away from what it is that you've been worried about. Sometimes when we do something totally opposite of what we're thinking about, it allows us to kind of take our mind off certain things, okay? And so I feel like at this time, you may even have a hard time making decisions. That's because you're so much in your head. So needing to take a step back is encouraged at this time, okay? Also, I feel like spending time near water, being more in nature as well, because when you are out near water or nature, it also helps you to come up with some creative solutions to certain things that you may have a hard time thinking about. And it also helps relaxes you and helps ground you as well. So you can be able to deal with some obstacles or challenges that you may be facing at this period in your life. Now, from a physical perspective as well, we have the do less card. So for some, this is more so on a physical. Maybe you've been constantly on the go. Maybe you've been overworking, putting in extra hours, or your life has just been kind of with a lot of movement right now, okay? And you are being asked to kind of take a step back for a moment. This, for those that selected one, take a step back, whether it's from a physical perspective or a mental perspective, okay? Do less. You could be overexerting yourself in some area of your life, again, mental or either physical right now. And that's not healthy for us because it clouds our judgment. We're not able to think correctly. We're not able to trust our intuition. We're not able to be open to learning. We're not able to use our imagination to come up with creative solutions or creative projects to certain things as well. And we get kind of rigid in our way of thinking because we're so focused in our thoughts, okay? So whether this is physical or mental for you, the overall message here is to take a step back, relax, try to let go, be in a place of stillness at this time. Do some meditation as well, okay? Because I feel like, again, it is definitely affecting your intuition. So for those that selected one, you may have found, I'm having a hard time trusting what I feel. That's because you're so much in your head. It's time for you to step back and do something different. If you're working too much, take a day off, okay? Take a vacation. Or at least, if you're unable to do that, for those who do work, at least find time each and every day for self, okay? That's very important. And I feel like, for those that have been worried about something, that selected one, for those that have been stressing over something, your prayers have been answered. Your prayers have been heard and they have been answered. So you are being asked to just sit still and allow the universe to kind of work in your favor right now. Clear your mind. Do whatever you feel that you need to do. I just saw smoke. So maybe Palo Santo, maybe saging yourself as well to kind of clear the energies, taking spiritual baths, clearing your aura. Because again, whatever it is that you're worried about, your prayers have been answered, okay? If this is a situation where maybe you've been putting forth in a lot of hours or kind of overexerting yourself to kind of get more means, it is acknowledging that your financial needs or whatever needs that you have will be provided for, okay? Spirit is just concerned about your well-being at this time, okay? And the moment that you take time out to step out of the ego interference, the overthinking, the overanalyzing to certain situations, be in a place of silence, you will regain your intuition back. Because for those that selected one, many of you are very intuitive. Okay, it's kind of funny. Spirit just showed me the 22. I didn't really pay that attention. So this talks about balance, needing to have balance. And if you see this young lady, she's like holding something on her head and in her hand. So it's balance. Maybe this is balance in relationships as well, partnerships. Also needing to have that balance. Maybe for some you've been, maybe it's not financial. Maybe you've been stressing about a relationship or a certain business deal at this time. So it is acknowledging balance is required. And know that your prayers have been answered, okay? So that was your message for what you need to release for those that selected one. I hope it resonated with you. Thank you so much. Love and light. For those that selected two, what is it that you need to release? So let's see what cards that came out. The first card that fell out is surrender to complete healing. The next card that came out is connection, universal oneness, love, interconnection, and support. You also have reclaim your power. You also have adventure. And you also have be gentle with yourself. Okay. So what is it that those that selected two need to release and their advice? Okay. So just looking at this energy here, it speaks measures. It really speaks measures. Because for one, I feel like for those that selected two, we are already in the season of change and transformation. So there are a lot of people that are experiencing a lot of changes. And again, change is not very easy for some, especially if you're not accustomed to change, because change takes us out of our comfort zone and puts us in a place of the unknown and the uncertainty. So I do feel like for many, you've been going on an adventure in areas in your life. And maybe things have not been going the way that you had hoped for. Okay, I just saw 1111. So for many of you guys, you've been seeing the number 1111 or 111. So definitely create time of manifestation. Keep your thoughts positive. Okay. Now getting back to the reading here. We have the number 55. It talks about adventure. So I feel like, again, many have been going through a lot of changes and transformations in areas in their life. And again, it has not been great. And I feel that from whatever changes that you've been going through, there's a lot of healing that is needed in areas in your life. Okay. Because we have surrendered to complete healing. So for some, there are some things that you need to let go of. There are some things that you need to change as well. Okay. And for some, you could be feeling very resistant to that change because it's something that you've been accustomed to, but it's blocking you. It's not preventing you from moving forward in areas in your life. It's keeping you in a place of stagnation. So now is the time for you to really surrender and open up to complete healing. Okay. Um, Physically, mentally, as well as spiritually as well. Okay. Now, opening up to complete healing again is letting go of the things that no longer serve you, forgiving yourself, forgiving others that you feel that may have harmed you or hurt you in some way. This can also be, I'm hearing like past, maybe childhood things that is now coming to the surface. You thought maybe that you healed from that, that you've gotten over from it, and now things are surfacing because I do feel like with this energy that we're going through with all the planets coming in and out the way that they are, a lot of inner child stuff is coming up right now that we need to kind of face and deal with, and that's important. Okay. It takes a lot of courage though to kind of face those inner child wounds or any wounds from the past, because most people don't want to think about that. Most people don't want to deal with that. You know, it is what it is and we bury it, but that doesn't quite help us because eventually what we're trying to get rid of is going to come back to the forefront. And sometimes they don't come back at the times that we feel is the most beneficial to us. So however this may be for you, you are being asked to kind of open and surrender to complete healing. It's time to let go. It's time to move forward. Okay, it's time for a change. Okay, and not being afraid of the adventure, because taking the adventure to complete healing in areas in your life is going to lead to a magnificent destination. Okay, for some, there is a need to release a lack of self-esteem, lack of self-confidence as well. I feel with this energy, okay? Because we do have the connection card here, and I'm looking at the pink in itself. So I do feel that for those that selected two, needs to really work on self-love. Now, that's not going to be for everyone, but for some that will resonate with self-love, looking in yourself, saying, I am beautiful, I am strong, inside and out, and truly trusting and knowing that. So I do feel like many need to kind of surrender to complete healing, let go of the negative thoughts and negative ways of thinking as well. Okay. Um, I also feel for some, this is a time where you need to release toxic people out of your life. If they're not on the same vibration as you, if they're not on the same goals, and I don't mean like you going to nursing school and then the other person is not, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is the mentality, the way of thinking. If someone is not on your level, at this time in your life, or even not trying to, because everybody grows in different stages. But if you find somebody that's still stagnant in lower vibrational energy and you are in a higher vibrational energy or trying to get to one, those two don't match. Those two don't match, because what is going to happen is that the lower vibrational energy is going to bring the higher vibrational energy down in some shape or form. So I do feel for many right now, there could be some that is needing to release some type of relationship. And it doesn't mean partnership, or it could be, but a relationship is a bond that is shared with one another. Okay, so this is a time for many to kind of evaluate and see who is serving you and who is not. And don't be afraid to let go. That's a part of change. Okay. Sometimes we can't take everyone with us to a new dimension in our life, a new level in our life. Okay. I also feel that for some, you've kind of given your power away either to a person, again, which is why I said let go of the people that no longer serve you. Could also be a reason what you need to release, but you also need to release whatever it is that you've given your power to. Okay, you've given something, a situation, or a person too much power, and you're in this space of feeling weak in some way. Okay, I wouldn't really say that, because weak is a very strong word, but what I mean is vulnerable. There we go. That's a better word of saying it. Vulnerable at this particular time. And it's time to take back your power. It's time for you to remember who you truly are, okay? And for many, reclaiming your power is letting go of the past, letting go of these past hurts, the things that no longer serve you, okay? It's time to let that energy go. It's time to really focus on love, and especially self-love, and knowing that you deserve to feel love, to feel this sense of happiness and joy. Okay. I feel like with whatever changes that you have gone through or is going through at this time, you have to be gentle with yourself. Be careful of your self-talk. Okay. And that's why I also said, like, self-love, self-esteem, self-worth. Be careful with yourself. You've been through a lot. For many, you've been through a lot. And a lot for those that selected too has been childhood. Okay. Not for all, but for some. And it's a time for you to heal. It's time for you to recover. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to get back into this universal openness of love and feel the happiness and joy. Okay? But you have to have hope. You have to have faith. And faith is not believing. Faith is knowing that you deserve nothing but peace and happiness in your life. So take back control in areas of your life. Don't be afraid of change, because change leads to blessings. How can you expect a blessing and you don't change your circumstances? It doesn't work that way. And the change, the challenges that we go through is only here to help us get to where it is that we need to be. Okay? So surrender at this time. Allow the universe, your creator, your ancestors, your spirit guides to work with you on all levels, mind, body, and soul. For many, you may see the numbers 333 a lot, or the numbers 555. Okay? So for those that selected two, that is your message. Also, before I leave, work on your sacral chakra, work on your heart chakra, and work on your solar plexus chakra as well. Okay? So again, I hope you enjoy. Click the like button. Love and light, and blessings to you. And last but not least, for those that selected three, what is it that you need to release? The first card that fell out is surrender the idea that you can fix someone. The next card that fell out is emotional balance, stability, harmony, peace, fluidity. You also have appreciate everything. You also have compassion. And you also have self-confidence through God confidence. Okay? So let me take a look here. What is it that you need to release, and what is your advice? Okay? All right. So for some that selected three, you are draining yourself because you are trying to fix someone. You are draining yourself emotionally and mentally because you're trying to fix someone. You're trying to change their behavior. You're trying to change their way of thinking. You must know that you cannot fix anyone. Okay? For many, you're trying to change your partner, trying to change their mindset, their way of thinking, okay? But it doesn't work when you try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for their own actions, their own healing, okay? Now, we can be there for support. We can be there for encouragement. We can be there for guidance, showing a person, okay, well, this is what I see that you may need to work on, or what I feel that you should be working on. But at the end of the day, you cannot um, fix someone. Fixing is making, okay? That's what it is, making. You cannot make anyone do anything. Sometimes we have a hard time making ourselves do something, all right? But sometimes we do get caught up in this mindset like, I'm able to change this person. It doesn't work that way. If that person is not willing to change, then guess what? You're just wasting your energy. And for some, that's what's happening. You're putting forth so much energy in trying to fix someone else that is draining you from an emotional and mental perspective at this time. Okay? So for some, that's what that message is about, letting go and surrendering to that idea, that thought process. Just be there for support, guidance, and inspiration, but know that everyone is responsible for themselves. And the moment that, for those who resonate with this, realize that they will have a sense of balance in their emotions. Okay? I also feel like for those that selected three, this is a time of just releasing whatever is weighing you down from an emotional perspective. Okay? I just heard children, I just heard marriage, and I heard finances. Okay? So I do feel like for some that is watching, those three are going to resonate. That is what's causing this emotional imbalance in areas in your life. Okay? Whether you're dealing with issues with the child, having a hard time with them, maybe their behavior, their ways, or your marriage, things going on in your marriage, or finances. And yes, all three of those elements can definitely put you in a place of emotional imbalance. Okay? But I feel that if those are situations for you, all you can do is what you can do. Okay? Stop trying to do over and above your ability to do, because that's what's draining. When you're on and doing things in moderation and doing and putting forth effort into something in a moderative aspect, it doesn't drain you. It doesn't leave you emotionally fatigued. But when you're overexerting yourself in something, putting too much energy into something, that's when it creates a problem. Okay? So at this time, releasing whatever is weighing you down, maybe even looking at things from a different perspective, or asking yourself, is there something that I can do about the situation? If the answer is no, let it go. Let the universe handle it. Okay? If you get a yes, okay, what are some things that I could be doing? Okay? Because I feel, and for some, oh my God, it's your throat chakra. You're not communicating what it is you need to communicate, because I'm having a hard time speaking. Needing to express yourself. The fact that you're not expressing yourself to a person or a situation at this time is kind of making your emotions imbalanced, because you're not staying true to who you are. And again, for many, the if you go ahead and do only what you can do and not overexert yourself in whatever situation it may be, expressing yourself, getting whatever it is that you need off of your chest, you're going to find a lot of emotional stability. You're going to find that harmony and that peace within. Okay? For some, I looked at this as the Ace of Cups. So for many, this could be a relationship or even some emotions about a moving process as well. Okay? So just do what you can do. Speak up, speak your truth. Okay? Because my throat chakra is tripping out, and I didn't have that issue with the other cards. Okay? Now, another thing that I'm picking up as well is that complaining. Release complaining. Because I feel like for some, you've been focusing a lot on what's not going right, or what isn't, and in a lot of negative ways. And when we think in that mindset, we are losing our gratitude for the things that we have in our life. When we focus on all of the things that we don't have, we lose focus on what we do have, and we don't appreciate it. We don't show gratitude. And that's a very bad way of thinking, because if that is the case, it blocks us from new opportunities. It knocks us from abundance and prosperity. But also, when we get into that mindset, You have to remember, sometimes the universe will take certain things for us to understand and realize and make it, whatever, it could be so big or it could be so minor, snatch something completely out of our life. And then we're in a place of, why did this happen? Why am I going through this? Well, you wasn't grateful for what you had. So now you're able to get it back. But this time you are going to understand what gratitude means. So do things voluntarily and not involuntarily, because when the universe works involuntarily, sometimes the lesson could be a little bit harder because there's something that we didn't learn from it. So you are being asked to appreciate everything. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate the people in your life at this time, okay? Appreciate you having a home, okay? You having food. Your lights is on. Okay. No, you may not have enough money to get the newest pair of Jordans or the new Gucci purse or whatever it may be, but you have everything that you need. So I do feel like releasing whatever is causing someone to be in a negative mindset, a negative way of thinking, and focusing on what they do not have. It is time to appreciate everything that you have. Okay. So you can open up those doors of prosperity and abundance in areas in your life. Okay. When I look at this compassion card, I feel that many need to kind of release some past hurts. So I heard forgiveness come up for this compassion card. Now, this is only going to pertain to some, okay? Because we got the 99, for some, you have already been working on forgiving and letting go. And very soon, you're going to feel that restoration of stability, peace, and harmony in areas of your life as well. I just heard as well that for some, this is a time for you to put yourself first. So what you need to release is release putting other people before you. People pleasing. And sometimes it's not people pleasing. It's just some people are nurturers by nature. And right off bat, we do whatever we can to help the next person. But when we begin to do that and it becomes repetitive for some, we lose focus on what makes us happy. So I do feel for some, you are being asked to release putting others before you and put yourself first. So show yourself that love. Show yourself that compassion. And for many, you need to practice what you preach, is what I just heard. Looking at surrender to the idea that you can fix someone. Practice what you preach. So if you're telling someone what they should be doing, are you doing it? Are you taking your own advice? Okay. I do feel self-love here as well. So releasing the certain things in your life that is bringing your vibrations down, where you're not able to look in yourself and feel confident in who you are as a person. Okay. Because it is saying self-confidence through God confidence. So I feel like for some, you are in a place where you're not believing in yourself. You're not feeling as if you can do something, that you're not capable of doing something. And that is a lie. You are capable of anything that you put your mind to. But it also goes with that negative thought process, that negative way of thinking. So the moment that you say, I am and I can, each and every day, you will begin to feel that power and the confidence that is arising within you, okay? And I feel that the confidence is going to help bring that emotional balance back for many. So whatever that is affecting your confidence right now, it's time to take a look and get rid of that, to release that. If it's certain people in your life, negative people, people talking down to you, cut them off. You can reconnect with them when you're much stronger in the beliefs of who you are. But if someone else is not showing you the compassion that you need and is affecting your self-confidence about yourself or how you see yourself or how you view yourself, cut them. But for many, this is all about self, our way of thinking, our self-talk. Okay? We need to show ourselves more compassion, more love, building up our confidence so we can create that emotional balance for ourselves. And we can also begin to appreciate everything around us instead of feeling like so negative or have a negative way of thinking. Okay? So those were the messages for those that selected 3. I hope you enjoyed. Click the like button, love and light. All right, guys, so this completes this pick a card reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please click the like button and comment below. I will be dropping some more videos later on today because I will be taking a little break coming up very soon as well. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. And again, if you want a personal reading with me, www.spiritualvibrations.org. Until next time, love and light and blessings to you.